Hello friends, I just wanted to do a short video of comparing basically 2020 and 2019 for me. And I just wanted to basically sum up the year and see how it was different from 2019 and just hoping for better things in the new year. It is New Year's Eve right now and I just wanted to do a short vlog. So let's jump right into it. First of all, in 2019, I traveled quite a bit. I did excuse me. First, in the spring, I traveled to London, and I also went to visit my best friend in Denmark. I also went to Denmark in the summer with my parents and my siblings. And then I also went to visit my best friend again. With my family, I did a little road trip, and then with my best friend, I just went to her town. And then in the fall, I did a 3-month-long trip in South America, where I went with another friend. Actually, we didn't know each other when we left. We just been chatting a bit online, and we knew who each other were because when I was in the US, I was an exchange student, and then she had the same host family as I did, but she was there the year before me, so we hadn't actually met until last year. And we met in a train station for about an hour and a half, and we decided to go on a trip together for 3 months in South America, and it was amazing. It was so awesome. It was the best trip. I loved it so much. It was great. And yes, so we went for a month and a half backpacking from Ecuador down through to Peru, and then down all the way down Peru and into Bolivia. We did Uyuni, and then we were supposed to go to Chile to visit my family there, but unfortunately there were a lot of protests and the airport had to close when we went there, so we couldn't actually get on the flight to Chile. And funny thing, also when we were coming back to La Paz from Uyuni, we were supposed to get on the plane to Brazil instead of Chile right away. So we were supposed to go to Chile, then Brazil, but then we ended up going straight to Brazil, but getting back to La Paz was not possible at the moment because there was a lot of protests there as well. So there were so many roadblocks that they blocked all the roads into La Paz from Uyuni, and we ended up taking a flight from Uyuni like 2 days later with some other friends that were also traveling like the same route. So we went from Ecuador and to Uyuni together. It was 4 of us that we ended up being on the same route, and we all ended up staying in a hostel just randomly, the cheapest hostel we could find, and we ended up staying there for 3 days instead of going back on the last night we were supposed to be there on the night bus back. And then we went to Brazil, me and my friend, and before that we had to stop at my uncle's house that I'd never met before, but he's my uncle, like from way up in the family. My grandparents are very good friends with him, and like he is a cousin somehow. I'm not exactly sure how, but we ended up staying with him for like 10 hours, I think, because our layover was, I think it was 16-hour layover, and then it took almost 3 hours like to get to and from the airport because of all the blockage. Like the roads were blocked in every like street corner, so it took a while. So the trip that normally takes half an hour took about 3 hours, which was insane. But yeah, we stayed with them, and they were so lovely. They were so nice, and they took us both in for the night, and we got a hot shower, which was amazing. And we ended up going straight to Brazil from Bolivia, and we stayed for 6 weeks at a children's center that my friend who I traveled with, her family is friends with the woman who owns it, like who runs the place. And it's a really, really good place, and I'm going to make another video about it. I'm actually going to make a video about my whole South America trip, I think. But yeah, so we volunteered there at the center for 6 weeks, and it was amazing. It was so good. It felt good to be there. It was so nice being there. They were amazing with us, and just seeing the children and, you know, helping them learn English and just, you know, doing everything there. It was really good. It was a great experience. So I did that. And also during my South America trip, I crossed off so many bucket list items. I went to Machu Picchu. I backpacked South America. That was one in its own. I went to Rio de Janeiro. I went to Sao Paulo. I went to Uyuni, like the salt flats there. It's such a magical place. And there's a cactus island there. I loved it. I could have spent days at the cactus island place. It was amazing. It was so good. And then we also went to a train cemetery, which is so fun. Just playing around with the old abandoned trains. I really loved it. It was so good. And also the trip I took to London during the spring was absolutely amazing. And I did, what was I saying? Oh, yes, I've been able to get a lot of extra shifts during Corona, so I feel just very thankful for that. And I'm not traveling at the moment, obviously, which is very sad. You know, I haven't been able to travel anywhere abroad in 2020, which is very different from 2019, because in 2020 I've been able to travel a bit this summer within my own country. So I went to a few new places in Norway that I hadn't been before. I had about 2 weeks in total of vacation days. I took 2 trips with my family, and it was amazing. It was so nice just being with my family and spending some time with them, and also seeing some more of the country that I live in now. Because I have lived in 5 countries and I like to explore them as much as possible. I haven't explored Norway as much because I didn't always appreciate like the nature and I guess the possibilities here. I don't know. I feel like I've grown a lot these last few years, and I feel like I've also grown to accept and like the country I live in a lot more. I've always loved traveling out. I'll always love travel. I'm not saying that. And I know it's not the greatest country in the world. It's not. They like to think it is. It's not. Okay? It's not. And it's very expensive here, which I think it shouldn't be. But, you know, poor person talking, you know. Poor people check. And I've grown a lot during the last few years, and one of the ways I've grown is I've come to accept that I live here, that my family lives here, and that this is it, sort of. Make the best out of it, and, you know, appreciate the beautiful places that are here, and the beautiful things that are here, and some beautiful people as well, and, you know, just appreciate the place I'm in more, rather than trying to go somewhere else, which obviously I am. You know, just today I was watching a video about living in Japan, and I've always wanted to live in Japan, so maybe sometime. Probably not in 2021 because money is an issue, but maybe sometime, hopefully. I'm also applying for school. I'm gonna finish high school if I get in. I'm applying for finishing high school. I'm 26 now, and I still haven't finished high school. But, you know, I've gotten through life, like, I'd say, okay. But I'm going to try to finish that in 2021. Ooh, in 2020, I also took a Japanese class, which was amazing. I love Japanese class. It was so much fun. I'm going to take another class in 2021. So this is level 1, and then next is level 2. Each level is like a semester. They call them levels. I don't know why, but you know. So it was very beginners. It was like A1 level 1. There's 6 levels to the A1 program, and it's about $300 per semester, which again, it's Norway, so it is expensive. but it was a lot of fun, and I really, really, really look forward to doing that again. And I am super excited. I love Japanese. It's such a cool language, and I want to go to Japan so bad. So we'll see how it happens. And yeah, I've been working on myself this year a lot, actually. Not being able to travel and sort of cover up, I guess, a lot of things with travel. I've, had to take a look into myself a little bit more. Of course, I'm always working on myself. I'd like to say I've been working on myself for 26 years now, so. But yeah, I've just been working on myself a little bit and getting better at not talking myself down so much, not, telling myself how ugly and fat and disgusting I am all the time. I think that's progress, I've just worked on getting a good balance inside my head and outside my head. I started working out a little bit because usually I go to karate. I've been going to karate for 3 or 3 or 4 years now. And we couldn't do it this year. Obviously, in the spring they closed. We were able to do it for a few weeks in the fall, but then they closed again because in our way they changed the rules during the summer and then a little bit in the fall, and then they changed them back. So I wasn't able to go to karate class for most of the year, which also is a big difference from 2019 because I really love karate class. I think it's really nice. I just feel like it gives me a lot more control of my own body, and it just it feels good to do it. And yeah, I get control and yeah, I get balance, but also it's like moving your body a little bit, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I don't know, it's just something to do. It's nice. And since I haven't been able to do that, I've been working out a little bit. I just started working out. I actually started running again this summer because I used to run like ages ago. I used to jog a lot and run a bit, and then I started this summer again, and then I didn't do it for very long because it got cold, and then I don't know, I was on night shift for a while, and that screws everything up. So yeah, I ran for a little bit, but then I've just been working out, just free YouTube videos, old Jane Fonda videos. They're so much fun. You're like, yeah, Jane, I feel the burn. So yeah, I like this, and I like, those free exercise videos on YouTube, a bit of yoga, working on my body as well as my mind. But really, this year I've been working a lot on my mind and just getting better at being nicer to myself, just loving myself a bit more, being okay with being me, getting more comfortable with myself, and yeah, I've just been working on myself a bit. Oh yeah, I've also, last year, so 2019, I also focused a lot on my Spanish and my Portuguese because, it's South America trip. And actually living in Brazil was so amazing for my Portuguese. My Portuguese was like here when I got there, and then when I left it was like here. So big difference. And I think living in a country and being in a country for any amount of time will obviously help you with the language. Same thing happened when I lived in Chile. Same thing happened when I was in the US. When I was in Belfast, I got a little bit of a Belfast accent. When I was in Malta, I started saying "alright," which, is Maltese for everything, I guess. They just say it all the time. It's like, alright. So, got a little bit of a Maltese, I guess, like tendency towards words. And obviously, whenever I travel, I try to pick up as many words as I can and as many like phrases. And I always try to get the key phrases down, like excuse me, hello, goodbye, how are you? I'm good, obviously. Because no matter what, like when people ask how are you, I'm like, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm great. And thank you, obviously, that's like one of the most important ones, thank you. And you know, where's the bathroom? Can I get a beer, please? That's a very common one. Can I get a glass of water? You know, just I always try to like work on words that I'm going to use and like fun phrases and stuff. And so in 2019, I really worked on my Spanish and my Portuguese, and it was a lot of fun, and I really liked it. In 2020, I actually started watching a few Italian shows and movies again, and I worked a bit on my Italian. You're just freshening it up. And I did the same 2 years ago with French, because, you know, I like to just sort of brush them up a little bit, just immerse myself in the language completely. Ideally, I would just travel all over the world and learn every single language, but that's not possible. So I like to immerse myself with movies, TV shows, books, if I can read, you know, not all languages, and music, and just everything really in that language for at least a week, ideally more, and just work on it. This year I've worked a lot on my Japanese, and it's been really great, and I was really excited when I found the Japanese class, and I was like, yes, I'm doing it, and it was so much fun, it was so great, and I feel like I learned a lot, and it was great. And yeah, I've also been posting a lot more on Instagram this year. I don't know why, and I don't know if that's like good or bad, it's just different. Another thing that's different is obviously I haven't been drinking this year, like a lot. I've had like 5 glasses of wine in total, I think. And last year, obviously doing the South America trip, I drank quite a bit. And in London, I also drank quite a bit, because I like to go out, you know. When I lived in Belfast, I went out like a lot, like every night at the bar. That was it. I was there, you know. Which I don't think that's necessarily good or bad change. It's not necessarily good or bad. It's different. I can say the same about a lot of things that's different this year. Not necessarily because of Corona, just because I think every year is different in its own way, you know? Obviously, I've been very lucky not to get Corona, which I'm so thankful for. Both me and mom work at stores, and my mom also works at a old people's home, like a senior center, I guess you would call it. And we both work in stores, and we're both in contact with so many people each day, and we've been so lucky not to get it. Because, you know, even with all the precautions, there's always people who don't wear masks, there's always people who don't sanitize, you know, for different reasons, and it's a risk, I guess, to be working in a store with so many people coming through each day. And my mom works in a flower shop, I work at a gas station. It's not necessarily the place you need to be when there's a global pandemic going around. Like, I don't know, I feel like people need to ask themselves sometimes, do I really need to go into the store right now? Especially when it first started, when we had 2 weeks of lockdown, my mom's store was still full of customers, and that was the time when people were supposed to be home. Like, they weren't supposed to go out unless they had to buy groceries or something, but it was still open. And likewise with the gas station, people came in to like buy a stick of chocolate, and you're like, we have this like little package of chocolate that's like round. It's, I don't know, I just call it a stick of chocolate, but it's not. So yeah, people came to buy like the silliest things, and you know, a lot of people just stop by for coffee, which is fine, but you know, I wish people would be more careful and think about, you know, the people working there, especially when they don't sanitize, they don't like wash their hands or whatever. And I don't know, it's just a side note. So yeah, I've been very lucky not to get Corona, I think, and I'm so thankful for that. I really hope it stays away from us during the next year. And you know, it's nice because I do have grandparents and we're very close with them, and we've been very careful to not be with them unless, you know, we've been tested and we know we don't have anything, but we don't want to like put them in danger. And you know, I'd hate for something to happen to them because a customer was not careful, and you know, I got corona because of that, because we do handle money, we do handle cash. We're not allowed to say no to cash. We are allowed to say, can you pay with a card? But people get so mad, I just don't say it anymore. And you know, we handle it with our bare hands. And though I wash my hands like constantly, like I did that before corona, okay? I've always been washing my hands. It's not something new that I learned during corona, but I'm constantly washing my hands. I'm constantly sanitizing, and even though I'm constantly doing that, if someone coughs on money and then gives me money and I touch the money, even, I don't know, it seems very risky sometimes to be at work. Like the other day, I had a customer who coughed, and like they started coughing when they had the money here, and then they turned away slightly, and then they started coughing into their hand with the money in their hand. And then they gave me the money, and I was like, this is disgusting. Thank you. Like, obviously now I'm all like dolled up, wearing a lot of like jewelry and shit because it's New Year's Eve, but I don't usually wear this much makeup. I don't wear makeup at all at work, really. I've stopped wearing makeup at work. It's too exhausting. That's not new this year though. I stopped wearing makeup at work. Actually, I stopped wearing makeup to go out of the house when I lived in Malta. Because before I lived in Malta, I would wear makeup every single day. I wouldn't leave the house without makeup. Like, I was physically unable to leave the house without makeup. I felt like I looked like a hideous troll, and to not hurt people, I had to wear makeup. Now I'm like, you know what? If you hurt by the side of me, turn around. Turn around. See, I'm working on myself a lot. Yeah, and so years ago, I quit wearing makeup at all times. So now I just do it when, you know, I want to add a little extra sass. And I've really gotten comfortable in my own skin. And I think that's also, it probably has to do with getting older and, I don't know, getting more comfortable, I guess. This year I also adapted a skincare routine. Like, I've been working on it for quite a while, and I always like moisturize and everything, but this year it started last year in December. I was looking at a lot of videos on YouTube and, you know, a lot of blogs and everything to find out like what skincare routine was best for me, and I've tried a lot of products, and this year I've gotten like the best skincare routine down. Like, I can tell such difference on my skin. I used to have a lot of pimples and zits and, you know, just impurities on the skin, so like little bumps. It was disgusting. Like me, a hideous monster. But yeah, no, I've gotten a good skincare routine down, and I feel like that's really improved my life overall. I don't know if you can see, but like, you can see I have a few spots here and a few spots here, but this used to be like all spotted and like all scars and damage and new pimples, and I actually have quite a bit now. Oh my god, you can see how crooked my nose is. I broke my nose once, guys, and it's just been crooked ever since. Like, look, it's me, the crooked nose. Look at that, it's so ridiculous. Oh, I also fixed my teeth this year. Can't even talk. I also fixed my teeth this year. Actually, I fixed these two last year. And that was amazing. Seriously, it was amazing. I had these two, they're fake, and they had like, you could like a seam, and you could like really see where the tooth was like fake, like right here. And it was so obvious that it was a fake tooth, and it was like brown, and it was disgusting, and I just felt like I couldn't talk with my mouth open, I couldn't smile with my mouth open. Look at me. And I felt disgusting, honestly. And I fixed that, and it was such an improvement to my life. I actually, looking back at pictures, I see that I smile with my mouth now, and I smile like with my teeth, and you know, I smile a lot more. And I feel more confident when I talk, and I feel a lot better just overall. Just because like half my teeth aren't like brown because they're fake, and it's a bad like fake tooth job, I guess. That should be a TV show. Bad fake tooth job. $1 million idea. Boom. No, just kidding. But yes. So I fixed, I had a few cavities in my teeth that I fixed this year. I hate going to the dentist. Before I went last year, I hadn't gone in 7 years because I get panic attacks and I get anxiety, and I cannot stand it. And then last year I found a great dentist, and she's literally a godsend. Seriously, she's like from heaven. She's so amazing. She's so patient. She's so kind. The way she speaks is just calming. And I don't know, I feel like I can go to the dentist with her. And I just feel amazing because I've been able to fix my teeth and it doesn't hurt anymore when I eat candy. I also had my wisdom tooth pulled. It was like this one, the top one right here. Who has teeth up here? That's not where my teeth was. It was a wisdom tooth. It was like the upper one is what I was trying to say. And I fixed that this year because it was like growing out towards my cheek, and it hurt so bad because it was like making a wound inside my cheek. So I went that this year. I did that. Yes, I've just been working on my teeth, my face, or my skin, really. My body, my mind, my brain, everything. And it's actually been a pretty good year, even though I haven't been able to travel, and you know, I haven't been able to do all the things I wanted to do. Actually, when the year started, I was planning to take, I'd actually planned 3 trips, and I was really sad actually because I really wanted to go. And I don't know, a lot of plans that I had didn't come through, and that's always sad, but it's not the worst thing that could happen to me this year. It's really not. So even though I haven't had the best year or the worst year, that's been my year. And I've actually been spending a lot of time with my family, which has been really nice. And I've actually gotten a lot more exercise, if I can say that. Like, I've gone out a lot more. We did like 2 really big hiking trips and a lot of smaller hikes. One hiking trip that was 18 kilometers and one hiking trip that was 12 kilometers, I think. Yeah, it was 12 kilometers. And that was really nice. It was actually almost cozy, if I can describe it like that. I don't know if I can say that and not get ridiculed for it. You know, to the 2 people that are gonna watch this, one of them's gonna be me. It was cozy, I'll say it. It was a cozy hiking trip with my family because we had hot cocoa and we had tea and we had noodles, you know, like instant ramen, and you know, we had a good time. We had a really good time. I had some chocolate, and I had the most, okay, so this is gonna be really weird, but on one of the hiking trips, I had the most amazing view while I was peeing. So I was peeing in a bush, and I had the most amazing view. Like, it was like mountains, and then it was weird, sorry. I don't know if that's too weird to say or not, but here we go. So yeah, and I got to see a lot of beautiful nature, which I hadn't really considered, to be honest. I hadn't considered that, you know, that place is somewhere I could have gone, and without my parents I probably wouldn't have. And it was really nice just taking a trip with my family, and I don't know, it was nice. And I mean, I did a lot of hiking in Peru and Ecuador, and I liked it. And it was very strange because I felt like I hadn't done anything like it before. And I probably hadn't, because as an adult, I hadn't taken a lot of hikes. We did go on a few hikes when I was a child, and I remember we went camping a lot in the woods for, like, there was a few years when we went camping a lot, me and my parents, which was very nice. It was very, like, cozy. It was very nice, to camp a lot. I'm just moving the Christmas tree with my feet, sorry. It was very nice to go camping with my parents when I was little, and then I didn't for a few years. Like when I was a teenager, we didn't really do a lot of that, and as an adult, I didn't really do a lot of that. And so we went hiking in Peru and Ecuador last year. It was amazing. It was so nice. And then when we went hiking this year here in Norway, it was also really nice, and the nature was great, and it was with my family. I really like spending time with my family. You can probably tell because I've talked about them a lot. But I really like it. It's really nice. We're a very close-knit family. So we spend a lot of time together, and we do a lot of things together. And we like spending time with each other. We're gonna have New Year's dinner today. If you can hear anyone screaming in the background, that's my grandma. We're, of course, within the regulations of, you know, the corona restrictions and everything. Obviously, we're not going to be the whole family this year. Usually, we're around 15 to 20 people. That's like an average number for how many we usually are for both Christmas and New Year's. And this year, we're going to be 9. So, and you know, 5 of us live together, and the other 4 live together. So it's not it's not a gathering of 9 different people who haven't seen each other all year. It's not like that. But yeah, we're spending some time together, so it's really nice. I really like it. We always dress up for like Christmas and New Year's, which I love. I absolutely love that we do that, because it feels special, and it's nice, and it's not, I know that some people do wear like sweatpants and they just watch TV all day and they do, you know, whatever they want, and I respect that. I think that would be a super chill way to spend the holiday. But we get all dolled up, and we get dressed up, and we have dinner, and we dance a lot, and it's very fun. Very, very fun. I'm wearing a lot of rings. I don't know if you can see. So I picked up this, and this, in a lot of them in Peru and a lot of them in Bolivia. And I picked up this in the airport going out of La Paz to go to my uncle's, something towards Brazil. And then these I picked up earlier. But this is so cute. It's like a little kitty. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. It's really cute. And I don't know, I have these. I think they're very nice. I feel like this one, I have this one in red as well. And I feel like it's sort of like what an old vampire would wear. Especially the red one. It looks super like gothic, like Victorian era. I don't know if you can see it better like this. It's just very nice. The little like details there. I like them. And I have some bracelets. These I picked up in Brazil. And this is old. It's one of those like energy stone bracelets. I don't know if it actually works, but I like it. It's pretty. And then I have a choker. It's like a planet. I love this one actually. It's my favorite choker ever because it has the planet, and I love things that have like the planet. It's Saturn, I think, or Jupiter. I always mix them up. The one with rings, it's Saturn, yeah. And then I have a little sun here, which I really like. It's my everyday necklace. Like these two are like my everyday like dressed up necklaces. And then I have this necklace that says, I'll show you. It says Cassie, and I love it. It's like a carry necklace, but for me. And then I have this little thing. I felt like it looked like a Stargate when I picked it up at first, but then I realized that these symbols were actually zodiac symbols, which I didn't realize at first. But then I soon figured out it wasn't a Stargate, but I still like it, and it still looks like a Stargate from afar. I have other Stargate necklaces, but they don't have the real stone. It's just like a picture. Here, I love Stargate. It's like an amazing TV show, SG-1. Ah, I love it. So yeah, Stargate fan. I also love Battlestar Galactica and Firefly, so I like a lot of sci-fi shows. Firefly is amazing. I'm shiny today. Hey! Bad jokes. And these are my favorite hair flowers. They're just, you know, flowers for your hair. I love wearing flowers in my hair. It feels so nice to wear flowers in your hair. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and my dress. So I have a poofy skirt underneath. And then I have this. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a belt here because it's actually too big. And then it goes like this. Oh, and the straps came out of my jacket. It's really cold, so this is actually like strapless, but it's a little cold, so I'm wearing a jacket. It has like these nice pearl buttons. I don't know if you can see that, but I like it. It's nice. And also if I twirl, my skirt goes wee, which I love. It's a big plus in a skirt. Well, it's a dress, but still. I wish it had pockets, but otherwise, it's amazing. And yeah, I guess I'm hoping for good things in 2021. And have a great New Year's Eve. 2020 is over in like 5 hours, 6 hours. It's a few hours until midnight. So it's a few hours until midnight, and 2020 is almost over. I'm hoping that it will be a better year for everyone in 2021, and I hope for good things. I really do. And I've set a few goals for myself, and I hope I can live up to those goals. One of them is working out more, another one is hiking a bit more, and another one is continuing with my Japanese class, which I really, really want to do. And I'm also going to start practicing, like, to drive. I am so scared to drive. I am terrified of driving. I've driven a few times, and it has not gone well because I'm so terrified. I forget everything, and I go blank, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill someone if I keep going like this. So I'll start in the parking lot again. That's usually when I've been doing it. I haven't been like risking any lives. Trust me, it's been very safe. It's just my mind telling me that as long as I'm in the driver's seat of a car, someone's gonna die. But yeah. So I'm gonna start driving, just learning a little bit in a parking lot, and then we'll see what happens. Obviously, I don't know when I might be able to actually take the test and everything, because taking it in Norway is 35,000 kroners. So it's $3,500. Yeah, $3,500, which is quite a lot. So yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to get my driver's license, but I will try to start to learn how to drive, and it's gonna be nice. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm also gonna try to read a bit more, and I'm just hoping for a really good year. Happy New Year! Thank you for watching. Bye. So yeah, I've worked on my teeth, my face, my body a little bit, my brain, my mind, my shoe, my wallet. I don't know. I don't know what that was. I feel like that's a Gilmore Girls reference, but I don't know which one it is. I don't remember.